Still posting, and we're here. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Gamers at Large podcast, episode 7. Here we have the fellas, you know what I'm saying, over here chilling on a Sunday. You know, hey, doing our thing as we always do. You know how it goes, keeping it random, keeping it real. And we're going to sit up here and start in no particular order. We're going to start with one man who's the man, the myth, the legend of the podcast, the center of mass over here in the group, Jay Fleming. Do your thing.
What's up, everybody? Just want to say hi this evening. Peter, I love you guys so much. I really do. I just do. I love you guys. You're awesome.
You love Peters?
Peter, man, Peter. Dude, get it right, Peter.
Oh my God.
Do not make fun of that courageous group, man. That organization. Don't make fun of them.
They want to be the very best.
Peter!
No one ever was.
Peter, look! I'm choking a freaking Angry Bird!
Oh,
It's going to ban us.
such random violence.
I'm definitely missing something here.
Okay, now he got my attention. The man with 1,000 names, GN Tech TV. Do your thing.
What's up, guys? GamerNate78 from GN Tech TV coming at you once again on this wonderful podcast, Gamers at Large. And nope, Angry Birds were hurt in the production of this video.
Don't throw it. Don't throw it. Don't do it.
Seems Peter is going to ban him.
Such violence. Some bricks got broken in his house now.
Probably some pigs exploded.
Okay, up next we got our
See?
man.
See?
Hold on, the resident bouncer. No!
Oh my God.
Okay, we got the
Oh my
bouncer
God.
over here of the group, eradicating all trolls. You know what I'm saying? All the guys who happen to be our foes. That would be Ms. T.
Who, me?
Yes,
Hey,
you.
Back again, the podcast. Oh, hold on. Okay. All right. Sorry, fellas. I had a little interruption now. Glad to be back with you fools one more time. What is this, number 7?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah.
Back with us, heck, Mr. T. As
Alright.
far as I'm concerned, you're a permanent member.
Same here. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, thank
Zendo.
Of course.
Zendo's on hiatus.
Well, he left a little message, said he couldn't make it because he couldn't get in, and then
Technical difficulties. He had
Yeah.
problems with his mic.
He had an Angry Bird in his computer.
Okay, we got somebody new on the podcast over here. Games Rosa, do your thing.
Hey guys, Gamer 906, you know, whatever. It's great to be back in the podcast. You know, back with all these great people here, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this.
Up next would be Kaiser, the Kaiser.
Yes, the warlock of the World of Warcraft. Well, good afternoon, guys. I'm here to bring you to talk about some subjects of video games with all these great people we have here.
All
And
right.
Man, you're trying to butter me up.
You know what? Speaking of butter, Mr. Butterworth, do your thing.
Jamie Butterworth here. Really busy playing Pokemon at the moment. I don't know how I'm doing a podcast in the middle of this. But
you
hey,
turn
I'm
that
here.
down, fool.
You better hurry up. Turn it down quick. Peter's going to get us.
Oh no.
Oh, Lord.
Peter has already sent agents to your house.
So I must have missed that. Did Peter attack a Pokemon or something?
Oh, you know what? We might as well get started with that topic. Do your thing, Peter. Peter guy.
Okay.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I really didn't know about this till I was just scouring YouTube one day, and I checked out a good friend of ours, Alpha Omega Sin, he had a video up about our good buddies over at PETA. And apparently, they made like 2 or 3 flash games of basically, once again, going after Pokemon. I don't really get why they're going after a fictional video game, but if they think that, you know, this is bad, wait till they see what happens to that dog in Call of Duty or those because you know somebody ignorant is gonna blow that dog up. I'm sorry. So what y'all think about that?
Oh
Well,
Lord,
look,
dude.
can I just chime in real quick for first of all, PETA's doing this because Pokemon's popular. Same reason they did it with Mario with the Tanuki suit. And, you know, they're trying to get their message out there, and they're using Nintendo to do it. They got, you know, a lot of backlash for the Tanuki suit thing. What was it, last year, a couple years ago?
Yeah, remember,
Yeah.
no raccoon dogs were hurt in the making of that video game.
Right, I mean, when the pressure got to them, because, you know, some rabid Nintendo fans was probably blowing up their website, they broke down and said, you know, it wasn't meant to be serious. But that's the problem when you do something like that and you're a serious organization, is nobody's going to take you seriously. You know, when you're trying to do something, you know, that's, you know, valid and it's a serious thing.
Dude.
It's just silly. It's silly to go out the, you know, video game character. I mean, they're not even real animals. It's stupid.
Dude, you know what? It to me, it's like it's about as dumb as that whole. Remember back in the day, WWF versus WWF, World Wildlife Fund versus
Yeah,
World
yeah.
Oh,
Wrestling
yeah.
Federation. It's like it's stupid things like that with these organizations that are supposed to be serious go after entertainment. You know, the entertainment industry just for the sake of doing it. Because remember, like it or not, video games are part of the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
That's just what they are.
They're doing it to get a headline. I mean, that's basically what they're doing. Because, you know, most people don't pay attention to them unless, you know, they're
Something
doing
bad
something like this. Right. So, I
Or
mean,
whale get speech somewhere.
I understand why they're doing it, but I just think it's a stupid way to get, you know, recognition and, you know,
Yeah, so there
organization.
are other ways to get attention. You don't have to criticize something that it's not real.
It's just, it's silly. It's silly.
Yeah, you could do a Paris Hilton tape. I mean,
I think that's the last thing a lot of us.
I don't want to see a Peter tape like that.
Yeah.
I want to volunteer for the next Paris Hilton tape, please.
You're going to have all kind of diseases.
What? I'd put a shower towel on.
Oh,
I think we're veering off a little bit now.
And we're in trouble.
But you know what will be funny about PETA? After watching Ian gaming playing with the Angry Bird doll, they will go after Angry Birds now.
Oh Lord,
Man, all I need is
dude, you know, if that's the case, go
and
after
I'll shoot
KFC.
this thing at my own TV, they'll really be on me.
If they're gonna go after anybody, go after KFC. They're the ones with the huge ass pens. Remember? You know how they do their birds? They're not exactly the nicest treatment.
Can I ask a question? What the hell is Pete even doing talking? Isn't the government shut down? I mean, they're all practically like the government entity, aren't they?
I have no clue.
That is true.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
PETA's a private organization.
They act
Look,
like they,
I just got to, you know, we didn't get a chance to do this. I'm kind of sprying this on you guys, but I vote that we fire the government and we take and elect Mr. T as president and Nintendo Ultra as his VP.
hey,
Simple.
you stole my VP idea.
We literally discussed that last
You
week.
stole my VP idea, except for guess what though, Mr. T. Not for nothing though, but guess what I was gonna have as president instead of you though.
Who that?
No offense to you, but I wanted Humpmaster.
Master Flex.
I wanted Humpmaster for. Yo, he control everybody.
Oh my god.
And then we have Nintendo Ultra delaying everything till next E3.
Oh, dear God. Can you imagine Nancy Pelosi's reaction to Humpmaster Flex?
Oh Lord.
Oh, I don't want to imagine that.
Dude, they wouldn't even try to shut down because he'd be too busy trolling them on their phones,
Oh,
their
man,
emails, on their
that's what this
Twitter.
politics is. It's depressing, man. It's depressing. We talking about video games.
All right, let's get back.
We're trying to have fun.
All right, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. All right, listen. We already done the Peter topic. That's cool. So we're gonna go over here. Up next, we're gonna go with Kaiser's thing. Kaiser, do your thing, man.
All right. I want to talk about gem games. You know,
The gem games.
the Super Nintendo had a lot of gem games. PlayStation, Sega Genesis also has games like that that we want to, in a way, we want to play again. You know, like Terranigma, Bahamut
Mm.
Lagoon, Secret of Mana 2, which of those three, the Terranigma, Bahamut Lagoon, and Secret of Mana 2 never came to America. So it will be good if Nintendo launched them at the Virtual Console.
Mm.
You
That-
know, because I'm replaying Terranigma right now on my Ouya, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I mean, if they could do that, adding that to the Virtual Console on the Wii U, it will be really awesome
I
because
agree.
it's a really good game.
Who here has ever played Terranigma? It's from the same family as Illusion of Gaia.
And Soul
I played
Blazer,
Illusion
don't
of
forget
Gaia.
it.
Play Illusion Guy. I ain't played no Terror. I ain't played that other one.
I played Terranigma and I played Soul Blazer and I played they're very good games, kind of like sort of Zelda-like, quasi Zelda-like, but not quite. Kind of like it's like an action
Yeah.
RPG type-ish game where the world unfolds as you complete it.
Yeah. Yeah, for Terranigma, it was very amazing because you were reviving the world while playing the game.
Mm-hmm. And it was actually the Earth. That was the cool part.
Yes, yes, and the ending was just mind blowing.
Oh yeah, I remember the ending. I'm not gonna say it, but you already know the.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Spoiler alert.
But it's-
Okay, spoiler alert. The cityscape that we saw.
Well, but yeah, games like that, gem games like that, should be put on the Virtual Console, or Sony should make something to deal with the PlayStation 1 games that didn't come to America that were also good. Like, for example, for some good examples, some RPG games of the PlayStation never get to America, and they were really good.
I think a few of the Tales of games never made it over.
Yeah,
here.
of the Tales games.
The Tales
all
of
of the
series.
Tales series never made it over.
Yeah, a lot of the
Yeah.
Tales of. And you know the thing is, I kind of agree there though. That's a very missed opportunity for for Sony and Nintendo, because they have a lot of good connections with all these publishers. There should be no reason why these classics are not put out there, especially Seiken Densetsu 3. That's
Yeah.
Secret of Mana 2. That thing
Yeah.
definitely needs to be on the Virtual Console translated. I say
Yeah.
hire the guys that did that translation patch a few years back. It was
Yeah.
good.
And add the online gaming, because it will be fun to play with other people on your party.
Oh yeah, definitely. Dude, I call dibs. I call dibs on the swordsman.
Well, let me ask you this though, like,
Then I'm going to be the ninja.
There you go.
Everybody want to be damn ninjas.
yeah, I know.
Of course.
Everybody want to be Naruto's mind.
But
You know, something I've wanted to see come domestic for a long time. I was a huge fan of Shining Force 3 on the Sega Saturn, and you know, we only got
that will
part
be-
1. And you know, they had part 2 and part 3 and the bonus disc in Japan. We never got those. I want to see that
That-
come here.
That was one of the reasons that Saturn died, man, because
Yeah.
the president, Sega America was adamant about not bringing over Japanese games. He thought, they wouldn't sell well here. Obviously, he was wrong.
Yeah,
But,
that
the
was
Saturn-
really wrong.
The Saturn is
killed
one of my
the
favorite
Saturn.
systems. I love the Saturn, but I got a lot of Japanese games on it. That's why.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, the Saturn could have been a really good
could've
console
been
if
awesome,
only, if only
It was
they
poorly
brought all the
handled.
Japanese games
It was
to
terribly
America.
handled in America. Terribly handled.
Yeah.
well, that's the thing. Like a lot of if you look at like the Japanese releases and stuff like that, some of those games you're like, dude, why can't we get that over here? Because I know, like playing on the PS3, they released via the PlayStation Network like one of the One Piece games. Like
Yeah.
I'm big into anime, and I know a lot of people are. A lot of those anime games aren't bad; they're actually pretty good, but they don't ever come over here unless like
Steins
Sony
Gate.
just does it.
There are a lot of fans of One Piece to America to just bring those games here.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
there is no problem.
there really isn't, and like especially like with the Tales of games, there was like 3 games on the DS that were that were actually pretty good because I got Tales of the Tempest, and I had to use it with a translation guide, but like a lot of those Tales of games are actually excellent. They're really good.
Of course.
You know, guys, I'm gonna tell you something right now, though. You know, there's one game, like I said, that made it in Japan, Steins Gate. Ironically, guess what console had it?
What?
Xbox 360. And that game...
You gotta be kidding!
Listen!
Oh, that was on Xbox?
Yes, it was. And listen, it was a visual novel and a damn good one. It's based
How did that happen?
I have no clue, and that's another missed opportunity on Microsoft's part. Visual novels, I'm telling you, they would sell a ton. If you ever tried some really good ones, like I said, I could name tons of them. Tons of them. But I'm telling you, that's a very missed opportunity on Microsoft's part. And you know me, I'm not the biggest fan of Microsoft, but even then, I have to call it like it is. They have an opportunity. They need to take it. If they're going to sit up here and do so-called story-based games like Rise, you might as well go full legit.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true. I still can't believe Microsoft released a visual novel on their console.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, they did have the first version of Tales of Vesperia. So they did have that because it's sitting up in my my game collection right now.
They were trying, they were trying to get open the market up in Japan. Obviously, they gave up, but eventually they were trying.
Well,
go for the visual novel route.
Dude, bro, games don't work overseas too.
No.
I'll tell you what game.
I think
like
one
to
is
see
right
come back.
for Microsoft to be successful in Japan. They have to release a lot of JRPGs and visual novels.
Jay, your mic's on, and I don't think you're intending on talking. Jemmy, your mic's on. I don't think you're intending on talking to us.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sounds a little private.
I'll tell you what.
Sounds like a private affair.
Sound like
I'll tell you what game series I'd like to see make a comeback, and it needs to come to the Wii U and be Wii U exclusive, and that is a brand new Phantasy Star Online.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
Dude, I played on a private server. Yes, I'm not supposed to say that, but I'll admit it. I played on a private server for a while back on Phantasy Star Online.
Who said you're not supposed to say that?
Well, now I'm gonna say it. I played it on Blue Burst, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm having a ball.
We'll
I thought that was a rumor. That it was.
Nah, Blue Burst. Yep, I was on a Blue Burst server for a while, dude. Matter of fact, Quan Manchu, my character's still over there. So if I want to just jump on the character at any time, I can.
Is this on PC you're talking about?
Yes, it is. It's on PC, but I'm not going to name the server out here in the podcast. But
no, but you have to hook me up later.
Of course not.
I love it on Dreamcast.
My favorites, man. Especially on the one on Dreamcast.
Yeah, the one on Dreamcast. I love that, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like Dreamcast was ahead of its time, man.
That was one of the best-selling games of Dreamcast.
Dreamcast, if the third parties would have played their cards right, Dreamcast would have dominated that generation.
The problem is the Dreamcast was fine. What killed the Dreamcast was the Saturn. That's what killed the Dreamcast. Because all the companies said, screw you after the Saturn. All EA
basically.
dropped out. Nobody wanted to touch the Dreamcast.
Also, what screwed the Dreamcast, it was a console ahead of its time, and it was really, since it was like open source a lot, it could be hacked really easily, and that ended up killing it too.
Well, you know what? I don't really believe that using open source software will kill it, because look what Nintendo's trying to do now. Nintendo's trying to use a lot of open source software in order to sit up here and push the Wii U, and I got a feeling that's going to pay off in the end, because
that's why I say it was ahead of its time.
I just think it was all the failures before the Dreamcast. The 30QX, the Sega CD, the Sega Saturn. After all that, developers, publishers were like, we ain't touching the Dreamcast. Even though it was a great system.
Y'all do know
got it right, and it was too late,
Y'all do know that I've seen a news article come out this last week that Nintendo is telling their publishers that if they want to do cross-platform play, not just across like PC and cell phones, but across PlayStation and Xbox platforms too,
Smart
that
move.
they can.
Smart move.
That's
I heard about
move.
that. That's a really good move.
Yeah.
That right there will make it so that if they buy a copy of the game, they don't miss out playing with their friends.
It's
the biggest
funny, because that's not a headline, but what they doing wrong, that'll always be a headline. It's just what Nintendo did wrong, that'll be the headline. But stuff like this, you don't hear.
Of course, good news doesn't get views. I mean, that's the hardest thing about doing good pieces. You're not going to get the views.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Hey guys, going on a side note, I wanted to bring something up. You guys mentioned the Sega CD. It's just a little minor thing I want to bring up. One little RPG I would like to see revived from there, and this is going to be an obscure one. You're going to scratch your heads when I say this one. Dark Wizard.
Nope.
Dark
Under
Wizard
that
would be fine. If they HD it, if they do an HD remake, that'd be fine.
Yeah, with full cinematic cutscenes instead of the ones that were kind of choppy frame rated that they had originally. Yeah. Like I said, I played all consoles, but the thing is, I would play the more obscure things. I wasn't more mainstream. Back in the day, RPGs weren't the thing. It was sports titles and whatever and fighters. Yeah. I was into JRPGs. Wow. Yeah, and I mean visual novels. The more obscure, the better.
actually, one of my favorite JRPG series was the Grandia series. I missed that series.
Dude,
I missed that series like a champ, especially Grandia 2 on Dreamcast.
Oh my God!
That was like the illest hero ever.
Lunar back.
Huh?
I wish they would bring Lunar series back.
Oh,
that one too.
That would be awesome.
Lunar the Silver Star. Oh, check this out though. There was one character. I think I'm trying to remember her name. She was like the little priestess, the little
Elena.
Priestess. Elena, yeah. All I keep remember is you gotta work even harder.
Yeah. Man, she used to get on my nerves. That's why I used to love when Millennials show up.
Oh my God.
Because Millennials just go beast mode to kill everybody.
Millennia. Oh my God. You know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of. Do you remember? Let me see. What was it again? Ryo-Oki.
Yeah. From Tenchi Muyo.
Yeah, Tenchi Muyo, Ryo-Oki. She reminds me of that. There, I forgot her name. Dang.
You talking about the one that kept trying to rape Tenchi?
Yes. That's what Millennia reminds me of.
Yeah.
Rape? Did you say rape?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a running joke. It was a running joke through the anime series. But yeah, she kept trying to rape him.
Yeah, that's like Matsu from Sekirei. Same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Sekirei. How many times I got a boner?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow. PG guys, PG-13.
Sorry.
You can say rape, but you can't say boner.
Yeah, that's taking it a bit far.
I'm sorry. It's just that show every time I see it.
Nobody's blaming you.
I'm just blaming you indeed.
But like I said, there's so many missed opportunities, and I just wish they would sit up here and bring them out. All right, next subject. We're gonna bring it on to the next one right here, and we're gonna go with. Okay, who wants next?
I do.
Go for it.
All right, my subject is: does PS4 and Xbox One have an identity? And what I mean by that is, with the fact that they are literally nothing more than PCs in every sense of the word, including running PC operating systems, they don't have an identity as what 360 and PS3 did. So, what do y'all think about that? I mean, to me, it seems like the Wii U is the only real console with an identity that makes you want to play it. Where PS4 and Xbox One, I look at it and it's like, eh.
I would
being a fanboy.
Here's the thing. I would say the Xbox One, Microsoft probably has more of an identity just because what the Xbox One really is a set-top box. When you really break it down.
TV.
Yeah, it's for TV. It's not. It's not really a gaming. What they're trying to do is say, okay, this is for
Apple
your
TV,
entire
games.
entertainment system.
It's just one box for entertainment, but not
It's not a standard game system. The only really one is actually Nintendo. When you really think about it, because that's pretty much all you're gonna do on it is play video games. You're not. I mean, yeah, you can stream Netflix and Hulu, but other than that, you're not sticking DVDs in there and playing and watching DVDs. You're not doing any of that other stuff.
You're forgetting the core quality of the Xbox One.
Connect?
No. Major Nelson says it's going to be able to take and do 4K gaming.
Well, first of all, here's the thing about 4K. I keep hearing people talk about 4K this and 4K that. I'm like, do you realize how much them 4K TVs cost?
But you can't even do 1080p yet.
Yeah, you can't do 1080p, and on top of that, a 4K TV. If you're gonna really talk about doing 4K, a 4K TV is like $20,000 at the cheapest.
Well, actually, they've gotten down to as cheap as about $3,000. I've seen them.
I haven't seen those yet.
I've seen them. Go on Amazon. You'll see a few of them that cheap.
What are they?
The only ones I've seen has been like 20 to $25,000. That's like the 55 inch.
That's
what is it? 12-inch screen?
Yeah, no, not no 12-inch screen. It was like about 30-something odd inch
See,
screen.
I haven't seen any that low.
Okay, you do realize a 30-inch screen having a 4K resolution is nothing more than stupidity, right?
It's pointless.
I agree with that. Hold on.
4K.
That's why it's $3,000.
4K is only noticeable above what is it, above 80 inches, isn't it, Mr. T, or is it above 60?
I thought it was 70.
I thought it was 60 or 70.
Yeah, I thought it was like
60 or
62 or something like that. Yeah, it was like 62.
Yeah, it's between 60 and 70.
Here goes the Sony Bravia XBR 55X 900A. It's a 55-inch Ultra 4K TV. And that one is $4,000.
Dang.
How many numbers are in that damn title?
I have no damn clue. I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna link it.
Man.
I'm gonna link it. Have you look at it. And
The Sony PTA 390 4X.
Blah blah blah. XYZ. Third power.
Anyway, y'all want to get back to my
P90.
subject?
Okay, let's get back. All right, let's
Kind of getting off a topic there.
Yes.
That's my fault. I brought up the Xbox 4K thing. I apologize. I only brought it up because I really wanted to know what the hell that guy was smoking. I want to know his dealer.
I don't know. Maybe he just wants to sell $4,000 TVs to everybody.
He said crazy.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Maybe selling a market strategy, but I don't think anyone will buy that TV.
Not for a while. It ain't gonna be mainstream.
I'd like Sony to get its identity back that it had during PS1 and PS2. That would
So
be great.
with the JRPGs.
Exactly, with the JRPGs and the,
Yes.
I think they have to.
And it's also the selling point of the PlayStation 4 is the ability to share your gameplay on also Twitch TV and all
10
those
minutes
channels.
at a time.
Because it seemed like Sony got scared and tried to do what Microsoft was doing
Well, see,
because they was worried about the competition.
the whole sharing thing, the whole vid sharing thing. I just found out this past week that it's only going to be like 30 to 40 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds.
Ooh.
And it's not because people are thinking that it's going to be an entire gameplay session once you click share. No, it's not.
No,
Thanks for that
and
information. I know it
here's
will
the
be
thing,
an
though.
entire gameplays.
It's
Yeah.
not only is it going to be anywhere from like 15 to 45 seconds. If you think it's going to be shared at 1080p quality, you've got
it's
yourself
no.
full.
That's what
Because they're
capture
talking
cards are
about
way
they got
What's so great
capture
about
cards
that?
that's gonna
Mario
be
Kart
released
doing
with
that, ain't it? Ain't Mario Kart 8 doing that?
Yeah. Because they did. Because the thing is, like, a friend of mine was telling me that they're actually talking about some. I think Roxio is supposed to be coming out with a capture card for the PS4. Supposed to be for PS4 only.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, Quan. Alex Montavio's wanting in on the podcast. He said, "Is the podcast on?"
Okay, give me a second.
Go back to what you were talking there, Jay. Sorry.
Oh no. Yeah, that's. I just wanted to clarify because I just found that out, and I'm like, a lot of people are gonna get mad if they pre-order the PS4 because a lot of people are saying, yeah, I get to share and do all this, and I'm like, dude, I don't think you're gonna be able to share an entire session of freaking Battlefield 4. I just don't believe that on system. I just don't believe that, and if it is, it's not gonna be good quality. It's
That's why
probably just gonna be
capture
like
cards
480.
always first.
Yeah, it's probably be at the most, it'll probably be 720 or 480. So
It'll be a little GIF. And then
yeah, because I'm like, I don't think people are, because a lot of times when people when new consoles come out, they don't read. They don't read
really
for
excited
themselves.
about-
Yeah, they get so excited, but they don't read anything, and then when it comes out, then they get mad because it ain't doing this and it ain't doing that. And I'm like, dude, anybody can tell you, like, anytime a console drops, the rule of thumb is to either wait for a year, or if you're gonna buy it at launch, be prepared to have to get your stuff done in patches and updates, especially now.
Exactly. But you try to tell fools that, and they just say it's damage control.
Yeah, and it's not.
It's stupid.
I find similar that to beta testers, to guys that sign to betas and expect a full release game, and they get mad because the experience is bad on the game. I mean, the game is not even complete yet. They have to test it to make it a complete game.
Yeah, you're
A
right.
lot of people don't get that.
Since we're on the topic of PS4 and sharing gameplays and stuff, like, remember how they were talking about first they wasn't going to allow external capture cards, and then they changed their mind, but it's going to be at a certain time that they'll let you know when they're going to be able to do that?
Yeah.
Well, I just put a link in the chat there and stuff. All you got to do is get this right here, and on day one release, you'll be able to capture your footage as long as you want at 1080p quality.
That's good.
For
Oh,
25
shoot.
bucks, you get one of those. You take and hook your PS3 into it, then put one to your TV, one go into your capture device, and it will let you be able to capture via HDMI 1080p.
Cool.
This
Nice.
is really nice. I'm gonna get it now.
Real quick, which one is? I'm trying to look for Alex Montalvo, but I don't know his icon because I see 3 different icons under Alex Montalvo.
It's just a sec. Let me view comment.
He needs to message me because then I can add him direct. If he's messaging you, that's not
He's
helping.
he's got like a goatee with looks like a Megadeth or Metallica shirt or something like that, with an American flag behind him.
I don't see
Alex Montalvo, Montalvo.
Montalvo.
Yeah, I'm looking it up, and I don't even see the picture you're seeing.
Maybe you shared it to me.
And there you go. That's not helping me any because I can't.
Well, he's in my. I just added him to my circle now.
Okay, tell him to message me directly. There you go, because that might actually. Okay, I see him right now.
Tech difficulties.
Oh,
Please
Now
stand
listen to
by.
this nice commercial.
and that's not an American flag. That's the Puerto Rican flag.
You slipping, man. You slipping.
My bad.
They pretty close. If you don't see the little triangle, you won't know.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't looking at the top of the picture totally. I would just notice the red and white.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
I know it's not the American flag. I was just. Never mind.
No, that's damage control.
Damage control. Expo.
Damage control to the ring. Damage control to the ring.
Exposed. Yeah, and guess what? His thumbnail, the thumbnail that he has, it doesn't match his picture. That's the problem. So I don't know which one is his. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Alex Montalvos, and I'm not about to invite all 5.
Dang.
Well, the one that I'm looking at, on the Gamers at Large episode 7 is the podcast on at 7:05 p.m.
Well, he needs to message me directly because, like I said, there's 5 Alex Montalvos. I had the same thing with Miss K. But anyway,
There's only one Mr. T.
There you go. And Quan Manchu, that's all. You ain't gonna see another Quan Manchu that I know of. Anywho, let's get back to the show, guys. Sorry about that, but this is part and parcel for when you host a show unedited, which is like
You may have a little interlude.
There you go.
Did you say lube?
Oh Lord. Okay, come on now.
What is on your brain?
I really don't want to know. All right, so who's got another topic before I go into mine?
I got one.
Okay.
Killing Angry Birds.
That poor bird. Go ahead. Go ahead with your topic.
Because I saw this week how, hopefully you guys saw it too, Valve showing off their new controller for the Valve Steambox, and how that will be like any other controller. Like, how would it feel to you guys?
Well, I find that whole touchpad thing a little bit odd. A lot of people say it would be great for like first-person shooters and whatever. I guess because I'm used to using a trackball instead of using a mouse, it might be okay for me at first. But to be quite honest with you, I won't know until I get my hands on the controller, to pass judgment on it.
Yeah.
Nah,
I think
man, that ain't
we
good
need to
enough.
test it.
I want anger. I want rage. Remember how when the Wii U gamepad first had them little nubs? People was going crazy. I want that kind of anger. This thing ain't even got nubs. It got touch sensors. Come on, man. I want some anger.
Hey, look,
You ain't gonna get no anger out of me, Mrs. T. I actually fell in love with the Steam controller the moment I saw it because I knew what it was gonna be good for.
I'm just being sarcastic, obviously.
Oh, okay.
It looks interesting. I would
Might get
love to
more
like
rage out of him.
get my hands on it.
Yeah.
I would love to get
Yeah,
my
it
hands on it
looks
just so I
weird.
can see it, but
It looks weird, but
it looks like it might
but-
actually be useful. I don't think it'll be useful for like everything, but I think it'll be
No.
useful for like first person shooters, maybe some MMOs.
Because I saw it, like it showed it with the MMO.
the Super Meat, the Team Meat also said that on platformers the control is good because they tested with Super Meat Boy and it was a really good test for it.
You know, like I said, it's just a wait and see thing that I have. Until I actually see it in action and actually try it out myself, I can't really go by what anybody else says.
I'll tell you what my only complaint is about the controller.
Go for it.
The screen in the middle ain't big enough.
Oh.
I want Steam. Copy. I give you permission. Copy. That way, we
okay,
have
Mr.
two controllers out there, and we can look at the Sony fanboys and the Microsoft fanboys and say, "Suck it."
Oh Lord! But you know what? Like I said, though, you're gonna see a lot of I've said this several podcasts already. You're gonna see a lot of dual screen gaming. It's just gonna happen. It's inevitable because, like I said, especially with Battlefield 4. Putting that in there, you're just going to see it. So, yeah, I can get your point. They might as well get used to the idea now.
And it's a good thing that Sony started that, so that's all good. Oh, what?
Well, they didn't do second screen as far as separate perspective, if I'm not mistaken. They did off TV play using the Vita, and also didn't they use it for the PSP as well? I'm not sure.
They tried it. They tried it with the PSP. It didn't work out as well.
But the funny thing is that you can go back to the GameCube and GBA.
Yeah.
Pack Attack. What's it called?
The Pac-Man game that they had.
Exactly.
Yeah, because actually, GameCube actually did it better between the GameCube and the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, because everybody remembers Wind Waker and messing around with Mr. Tinkle's Quest.
Messing around with Tinkle.
Yeah, damn Tinkle.
Also, Force Wars and Crystal Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. You're probably laughing at my face. I'm at 95% processed. Holy crap!
Oh!
It's gonna sit there for about 20 more minutes, though.
They don't like Nate for some reason. Alrighty then. So now we've talked about the controller. Now let's talk about a game. What I want to see, seriously. And I don't know why, for the love of God, why won't they do this? Do more experiences where, like I said, the one screen handles one aspect of everything and the other screen handles another aspect altogether and make it part of the actual experience. Kind of like what you do when you play Zombie U and you have one gamer controlling, the zombie spawns and whatever as they spawn while the other one plays in first-person perspective and has to watch their back.
Yeah.
Instead of doing something like that, I was thinking an RTS game, revive the Ghosts, StarCraft Ghosts, but do it like this. Have it so that you can play StarCraft over there on the controller itself, something similar to StarCraft, the RTS, right there on the gamepad or whatever Surface or Vita or what have you that's going to be the second screen. And on the main screen, have the Ghost, that's whoever her name is, the protagonist's name happens to be, is over there running and gunning and doing her sniping duty on her own separate, where you could basically you have the general calling the shots for the big guys and then you being the assassin.
See, that's the one thing. That's the first thing I thought about when I first saw the Wii U gamepad. RTS. Perfect. I thought it was perfect for that. And that's, for me, that's one of the things that Nintendo definitely dropped the ball on. Like, there should be, at least, if they ain't making, Nintendo is secretive sometimes. They might be working on some stuff that, that you won't, that ain't, that they haven't let on to. But where is Advance Wars? That's, give me an Advance Wars for Wii U using that gamepad.
Hey, Quan, check this Kickstarter. Probably you will like to include that game on the Wii U.
Okay. That looks good. One thing that looks beautiful.
Now, and the game is about, it's an RTS, but you can take, for example, select one troop and go into a third-person perspective to
A MOBA.
play as, yeah, to play as a, no, it's an RTS, yeah, but it has MOBA aspects, but you can take control of a unit and play like it. You can play as a marine, as a type of ghost of StarCraft 2, or as a ship, to as a ship or a mecha, like you can see there.
Okay.
It's a really amazing game.
Yeah, it says here that it's inspired by Warhammer. It's like a hybrid of Warhammer, Battlefield, Defenders of the Ancients, and Star Wars because of its high adventure storyline. That sounds beast. Something like that would be really sick. I mean, oh man, there's, like I said, too many games out there, too many ways to play, and not enough people trying to make the risks in making the games.
Yeah, but imagine this: on the tablet screen, you can control all the RTS aspects of the game, and on your TV you can see the gameplay of a troop. So when you select something, you will change to that. You will check your TV and will play as for example, the Marine or the spaceship or whatever you want.
Yeah, it's almost like when the military does sat footage, you know what I'm saying, or uses a drone to sit up here and see the camera perspective from the air while you're on the ground. You know what I'm saying?
What are they making this for?
Yes.
It's for PC?
Mm-hmm. Looks beautiful, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Okay,
it will be an awesome game for the Wii U.
I'm going to link this in the description, by the way, guys. This game is called Universum Warfront. It's a FPS, RTS, mobile RPG, all-in-one space epic, as they call it. So far, it's got about almost 1,000 backers at $32,000 at 19 days ago. And, yeah, they already passed their goal, so they're going to make this game. Hopefully, it's not vaporware. I really hope it isn't. So, anybody else have anything to discuss?
Are we still on the topic of the controllers?
Yes, we are, sir.
Can I add something to it?
Go for it.
It's not off tangent, but y'all see my desktop here, right?
Yes, sir.
What if Steam eventually would come out with a controller that lays flat like this, okay? Hear me out. And it's got a set of optical cameras in it, all right? That then does a holographic heads-up display with full camera tracking and everything like that. Now picture that with a mech game while playing.
Steel Battalion?
Like Steel Battalion. An optical controller that shows up right in front of you. A game maker could take and design any type of control interface for his game with an optical controller.
That'd be awesome, but that
That
controller
would be
would cost
awesome.
more than your damn system.
Yeah.
That's the only problem is the cost. Who would buy it?
Yeah,
But
that's
it's,
really,
Tony
it's
Stark
a
would,
really
but-
good idea.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. I'd love to see it, but
it's a little ahead of its time, dude. Little ahead of its time,
I
yeah.
know. I'm so much far in the future.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, what you're talking about is like, I'm talking
Just a sec.
way ahead.
You think it's way ahead of my time? I'll just say.
20
Probably Jarvis from Iron Man.
years. 20 years.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's like Minority Report. You know what I'm saying? How they had the heads-up displays and whatever, and how they basically had their heads. They had something that Microsoft was doing where it was similar to that in concept, but the thing is the actual application would cost too much money for the end user. They had something like that. You can look it up. They had some type of like a 3D holographic display that they were trying to go for.
Yeah, they wanted to include that with the new Xbox. I think the Illumiroom, but
No,
yeah,
not Illumiroom. Not Illumiroom. It's something.
That was before Illumiroom, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
before
remember
Illumiroom.
that.
Yeah.
I remember that, yeah. Because you had the gloves. You had like 2 gloves. It was actually like Minority Report.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually exactly like Minority Report, but yeah, it got scrapped due to cost.
There you go. And that's the thing. It would cost way too much to do. But, that's with anything. You know what I'm saying? Cost is going to always be a factor.
Yeah,
You gotta get the return on investment.
Illumiroom also was cancelled because of its cost.
Yeah.
Next generation, assuming they have a next generation, who
Oh
knows?
no, everything gonna be on mobile devices.
Oh Lord, I hope not.
Yeah, because Pactor needs that for his stock. He's doing it because that's how he sees the industry going. I'm sorry.
Oh,
That's a good
Lord.
topic. Let's talk about that.
Packed with information. There we go. Let's talk about our boy Michael Pachter then. Okay. Oh,
I didn't mean him. I just meant that subject of mobile, the future of mobile.
Well, the only problem I have with mobile is I have a tablet, I have a phone.
Mm-hmm.
And when I play a game on there, because I wanted to see what the big deal was, so I played on my Galaxy Nexus 4, and I played on my Samsung Galaxy Tablet 2. The things drain my battery like a champ.
Right.
I'm like, there's no way.
Right.
I'm sorry.
A lot of people, they'll say, well, Angry Birds ain't gonna keep nobody's attention. Yeah, they're not talking about Angry Birds. They're talking about, in the future, games will be better on mobile platforms, and that's true. I think you'll get almost console quality, if not console quality. But the problem is, if you're a gamer like me, or I'm sure like all you guys are, who play sometimes 6 to 10 hour sessions, imagine doing that on a tablet.
Well, you're not doing it on a tablet. Your battery's gonna die.
It will melt.
Look, I'm
it's
sorry.
not viable. It's not viable.
Let me just put this to rest right now. There is never going to be a day that a mobile device is going to take over gaming as a whole. All right?
3DS.
I got that right.
3DS.
I got that right.
Sorry,
3DS.
but people, I'm a freaking graphics whore in a lot of ways, and I'm sorry. Maybe in 100 more years, we'll have a handheld device that can possibly... No, because even then, that 100 years from now, computers like I've got will be 100 years more powerful.
Yeah, that's the thing. The computer will always be so much better. You'd rather still do it on that, because you're going to be hampered using that small device.
The day that I hear somebody say, I can't wait to get home and play my iPhone, I'm going to slap them upside the head. Why you got to be home for? You're right. It's got your phone with you.
It's not about the games. It's about the experience of playing for that long and using that much, the resources. It's about the resources of the device.
By the way, I put a link in the chat there. Check that video out at the end of the podcast, guys. It's not as far off as you think about the holographic part.
Oh, cool. Will do.
Well, I got that set aside right here so we can watch it at a later time. But you're talking about how mobile devices will not take over this, take over that. The whole focus of a mobile device is to basically act like a PDA and a phone at the same time, and that's about it. If you use it I don't see it becoming an entertainment device as well, because of the thing is you're going to be putting more wear and tear on the device outside of its intended
exactly. use. I mean, that's the main reason it's just not going to work. Because you can, let's say you want to play, like you play your 6-hour gaming session, then you get off, then you want to search the internet or you want to watch the movie. You're doing that all on one device. That thing going to explode. It's not going to be able to handle all that.
Yeah, because I like I said, I got a cell phone. My son has an iPad. I have two computers in the house. We got 2 Wii U's in the house. I got a PS3 in the house. Yeah, I'm going to be gaming on a cell phone. Right.
That's why I always thought it was
my
funny.
phone gets after talking on it for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why do you think everybody got Bluetooth?
Exactly.
Like literally, I tried playing a game on my phone, and yet the back, like the whole plastic back, actually melted. Like it literally just melted. I was just like, "What? Oh my god! Yeah, I don't see this happening anytime soon."
But you can't tell Michael Pachter that.
Yeah.
You can't tell him that.
You can't tell Richard Review Tech that either.
Yeah.
What reminded me? How Crysis melted some computers.
Oh,
I remember hearing that. I actually remember hearing that.
Yeah, that was a real crisis.
Yeah.
But oh my God, all I gotta say is, like I said, the time for mobile devices to take over completely, it would be like about a good 20 years before they're actually viable. That's well in advance. We'll be over here sitting, chilling in our old age, going, "I remember back in the day when gaming was actually good." God damn it!
It's definitely not going to happen in the next 10 years, like some people
hell no.
think.
Hell, I hope in 20 years I'm working on Iron Man 12.
Yeah. Probably we all will be working on Jarvis-like systems.
No, I mean actually making a movie. I bet that's how much I'm loving doing this video stuff. I want to be making a movie in 20 years, not driving a truck or talking about video games.
It's really good.
You trying to get like Mr.
That
T.
will be good.
In 20 years, I'm gonna be back in Puerto Rico, back home, chilling. That's where I'm gonna be in 20 years.
Probably someone of us will make a time machine like Dr. Emmett Brown of course on a DeLorean.
Oh Lord. You know how much a DeLorean's gonna cost? You're gonna have to.
Oh, they gotta clone that bad boy out, man.
Yeah, but you know the time machine has to be on a DeLorean.
Oh, it has to be.
88.
Yes.
What?
88
88.5.
miles. No, 88 miles an hour.
Yeah.
88 on the
Yeah.
dot.
Was it 88?
1.21 gigawatts of electricity.
Oh, man.
I remember all that crap. Oh my God, dude! I'm telling you right now, this generation they don't know. Growing up in during the era of games that we grew up in, a lot of us grew up in, and during the era when we actually saw Sega, Nintendo, as well as Hudson Soft go at it.
Oh yeah.
Those were the days, man.
90 to 2000
Yeah.
was the best era for me.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we got so much
I
good
know,
stuff
I
out
know
of
where
that.
you're getting at, Juan, because at the 80s there were a lot of consoles out there that you didn't know what consoles were good or what were
90%
bad.
of them was just trash.
Oh, I know.
I had a couple of them. I know.
Shoot, I had the
But
Color
then-
Computer 3.
I had that Atari 5200. That was garbage.
7800 here.
Oh,
Yo.
wow, you had it worse than me.
And the funny thing about it was once like 90 hit with that Super NES and the Sega, I forgot which one Sega had.
Sega had the Genesis.
Genesis.
And then you had the TurboGrafx 16.
Yeah, TurboGrafx 16. yeah.
TurboGrafx 16,
So,
And Atari had the Jaguar.
Atari
oh
Jaguar.
my goodness.
Oh my
God.
God.
Do the math. 64-bit.
Yeah.
What's that other one? There's another
That
one.
campaign.
Oh,
And
Lord.
the thing is, like, the thing that I used to like about that was, like, every time somebody made a game, the other company was like, okay, we got a game, but we made it better on ours. Because, like, Super NES, if they had, like, say, X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, Sega went and got X-Men Bloodlines.
Right,
Oh,
yeah. That was
It
cool.
wasn't the same. Nobody had the same game.
Exactly.
You wasn't
That
having the same
that
game.
made you want to buy that other system because it was
Yeah.
a different game. You know, it wasn't just.
Which brings me back to Nate's point about the identity crisis between those two consoles that we have now,
Yeah.
the Xbox One and the
But-
PS4.
But
It's
Quan, you
not-
gotta remember something. It's us. We remember that. You can't tell nobody that was born in 2000 about
Exactly.
that.
That's the problem. That's
Yeah,
these new wave gamers. That's it. They just don't know.
they don't know. They don't know that. They don't care. They want to get Battlefield 4 on both Xbox and
I'm telling you.
PlayStation 4.
Yeah, they go buy the same game on two different consoles. 'Cause my friend's over here, my friend's over there.
Yeah.
Well,
I've
Nintendo-
already got it fully paid for PC. So.
Nintendo's going to do it smart by asking for them to basically have all the games set up in such a way where it's basically cross-platform multiplayer. That's a smart move. By emphasizing that, they will increase, believe it or not, they will actually increase sales. That's my
one thing
opinion.
I've been
I'm calling it right
wondering.
here.
Surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Actually, that is very smart. That's why I'm like, okay, people love to complain, but I'm like, dude, if you do it like that, if you so into multiplayer and they do it cross-platform like that, you shouldn't even complain.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
You shouldn't even complain.
That's right.
Because me personally, there's only a couple of multi-plat games that I actually like to play. And it's Smash Brothers, Mario Kart.
That's not multiplat.
I mean, multiplayer.
Okay.
Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, and every now and then maybe another fighting game, maybe either a Mortal
So you-
Kombat or something like that.
You're a lot like me.
But
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, I don't really care about first-person shooters because, like, some of my favorite first-person shooters was stuff that was awkward, like Jet Force Gemini.
Dude,
Exactly.
you want to know what kind of guy I am?
Awesome game.
I'm the kind of guy that as of right now, I have clocked a total of 90-something plus hours, 90 plus hours on Xenoblade.
Oh,
Oh, hey,
Still going because I nitpick all the side quests.
I got 120 on it right now.
I'm doing
Oh,
all
shit.
the side quests.
You can't wait for that.
social reject.
Damn right, and I'm proud
Yeah, we
of
play
it.
our games.
There we go.
Man, bringing up that X. All right,
X.
That
It's all
thing
about
looks good, man.
enjoying the
Oh,
game
yes.
and having fun with the game.
I can't wait to get my X bill.
I can't wait to see what they do with that. I'm hoping Monolith's going to like send out another video or at least something, because that thing they showed at E3 had me pumped.
But that's the thing, though. They waited, what it was, 6 months before you got another taste? I love that. I love it like that.
Yeah.
That's the way it used to be. You get
that's what I
We get our first taste of the next Zelda.
Instead of just giving you everything at one time. And
Oh my god.
Wait, T, did you hear what?
Yeah, I heard him. That's when it's gonna be whoa.
Hey, as soon as they show at least one trailer from the next Zelda, there's going to be such a mass eyegasm across the world that you're even going to see the haters have it.
They have to have a conference. They have to have a conference next year in E3.
Oh, they gonna still hate on it though.
Let me tell you something. Do you remember when they showed the very first time they showed the Zelda logo at that E3, and they were talking about Twilight Princess, and you saw Link riding and doing horse combat for the first time?
Oh yeah, people lost their
They lost their mind in there, boy.
Dude, you would swear Aerosmith or somebody like that back in the day showed up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Speaking of Zelda,
encore for it. They wanted encore.
Speaking of Zelda, all right. First off, I literally almost jumped up and clapped like a little kid the other day because I went to go check out my Zelda unboxing video to reply to a comment, and lo and behold, before I got to watch the video, it had a Zelda Wind Waker HD commercial before it. I was like, that was epic, right?
Epic.
But speaking of Wind Waker HD, there are some certain people out there in YouTube, I'm not going to mention names because we're not going to troll them, but there are certain people out there in YouTube land and across the world that have the mentality, why would I want to play a 10-year-old game? And let me just put it like this. It may be based on a 10-year-old game, but it's a game in all itself, brand new. And God, is that game breathtaking.
Yeah, even
Yes,
Kotaku
it
said it's a really good new game.
But see, the other thing is
It is the first.
GameCube-
It is the first HD Zelda, and they couldn't have picked a better one to remake. Now they need to bring Skyward Sword back in full HD.
That one or Twilight Princess, maybe both.
That'll be after the
Majora's
next
Mask.
Zelda. I don't want that
No,
before
how
the
about
next Zelda.
this? How about this? A Twilight Princess Skyward Sword combo disc. Both of them completely
Yes,
remastered
yes.
HD.
That would
Yeah,
be
'cause I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same way they did freaking Wind Waker. If they brought those two games on one disc, fully redone like the way they did Wind Waker HD, oh man, the Wii used to be flying off the shelf.
I'm
Yeah, 'cause
telling
like
you.
Wind Waker alone has it flying off the shelf.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it sells in the UK.
But see, it only sold 5,000 in Japan. That's because Japan, anybody that's going to buy one's bought it. That was 5,000 people that have been holding out.
What console did the Wind Waker come out on? The original.
GameCube.
GameCube.
How many? What was the install base of GameCube?
Oh
It
man.
was
22
only
million.
22
A lot
million,
of people have never played that game.
Yeah.
I talked to a lot of people on Miiverse that haven't played it before.
Yeah,
said,
and they're
this is
loving it.
How great it exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm happier for them, but I also haven't played it in about 10, 12 years. So a lot of it's gonna still feel new to me, and obviously it's a lot prettier, and there's new mechanics with the Wii U gamepad and Miiverse integration. So they have a problem with this, but they'll take these
Kingdom Hearts
other
1.5.
these other upscaled, not even really redone, but upscaled
Yeah.
to 1080p games from PS2.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Hey, Quan, can I
I-
take a moment to give a shout out to
Hold
two
on,
Nintendo
people?
really did a
Hold
good
on,
job
guys.
with HD.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. What was that, Nate?
Can I take a moment to give a shout out to two people at Nintendo of America?
Go for it, sir.
I want to say to Nick of Nintendo of America and Damon of Nintendo of America, thank you so much for y'all's help this week. Nick got it to where I could be able to switch over and get my old account back from my first Wii U. So I now have all my purchases I had originally bought, all my downloads, on my new Wii U. When I got home, got it signed in, it was giving me an error at first, and it was telling me, error code, whatever, and I couldn't fix it till the next day, which is where Damon steps in. And he took and fixed it, so I was able to be able to take and get on the eShop and stuff like that and download my downloads. Also, Crystal Gallo who sent me my support email, giving me my new codes for Wind Waker HD and the Historia book. That is one of the best times of customer service I've ever experienced. Those 3 people, awesome, upstanding Nintendo representatives. And that's the kind of representatives that everybody that calls Nintendo should have to deal with. Ivan, on the other hand, crawl back under the rock you came from.
He needs to be fired.
People don't get it. The job title is called customer service. You're supposed to serve customers, and how are you supposed to do it? Always with a smile, and the customer's always right, even when they're wrong.
Nintendo historically has had great customer service. So you just happen to run into one bad dude. And
One jag-off on a bad day. Sometimes you get those.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut. There's some words I can use.
I used to be in customer service.
Y'all do realize that actually puts to bed the whole theory that, you know how people have a fear about buying the Wii U because, like, if their Wii U screws up, they're not going to be able to get their purchases back, from off the eShop? Well, let me tell you straight up. All it takes is one call to Nintendo customer service. You give them your old serial number and you give them the new serial number, and they can go in and do the transfer via on their side, and bada bing, bada boom, you've got your old account back with your purchases on your new Wii U.
Of course. They obviously they realize that they lock your purchases to a system, so they got to have some kind of way for you to get your games back if something happened. I mean, and
the fact that when the Wii U first come out, Nintendo wasn't doing that. All right, this is something they've started to do, which tells us, like Kwan's been saying for the last couple of weeks, that the unified account system is coming. They're starting to work on that and get it fixed up where they can do it. And once that hits, then the purchases will no longer be tied to the console; they'll be tied to the actual Nintendo ID account.
Right.
That will be awesome indeed when that comes.
Tell me about it.
Mm-hmm. By the way, talking about awesome support service, take a look at this picture.
Yeah, I definitely want that because like I said, I'd definitely go out and buy another Wii U, or because I live in a 3-story house. I hate having to unhook my Wii U and take it downstairs when I want to play it on the living room TV and bring it back up to my office. It's a pain. I'd rather just
If they manage to do that, where you could basically have like one account for multiple, like one account to be the purchasing account for multiple Wii U's inside your household, and that's it, and give a cap, that would be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So that it's not abused. You don't want this. You don't want it to be ridiculous. Now that's why they're doing it. Right. You don't want to get too ridiculous. If they give you a copy of your games, then you can just sit up here and give them out to everybody like candy.
Right. I mean, it should. You should be able to get maybe 3. Be able to use it on 3 different systems, tops.
2 systems here in this house, so I got 1 more to go.
Right.
Nice.
Oh, guys, did you check out that? Like I said, there's a lot of things going on right now. I mean, that's forget it. It's really going on as far as in the gaming scene. But one thing in particular that I noticed has died out. And I know it's beating a dead horse, but I gotta say this. You notice that nobody's talking about DRM anymore?
Yeah.
Actually, their patch come.
Mr. T talk about it. You see my last video?
No, I'm talking about the trolls, and I'm talking about the idiots.
Yeah,
I ain't talking about you.
They drinking the Kool-Aid now.
Oh my lord!
But the last thing I heard about DRM is that the Wolf Among Us is having a problem with the DRM, so some players can't play that game.
See,
because of that.
DRM was only bad because you could troll Microsoft fans with it. But now that they're quote unquote not doing it anymore, you can't troll them with it, so nobody cares anymore. But DRM is still there.
Oh, I know. But even Nintendo, in a sense, got DRM because look at the phone call they had to make. He had to prove that he owned the purchases.
Exactly.
So to the degree, DRM is there, and it's an okay thing. But my problem with DRM is when it ends up becoming buggy. My main thing is when it causes problems like Star Force and all those other ones that they have out there. Sekirom. Oh Lord!
My problem with DRM
Among Us
is when you buy a game and it only works online. That's my problem with DRM.
Oh, you mean
or when the server goes away, your game is just a plastic disc. It's useless.
Yep.
Yeah, but you can back up your games, for example, on Steam. That's already been said
No,
before.
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying games that only have online, that only have an online aspect to them.
Diablo 3, for example.
Hey, guys, I'm about to be a complete total slut here, but it's live. If you want to see the absolute best ever Zombie U gameplay footage, right there.
We'll watch it.
You're gonna crap
Zombie
over
U.
the intro, and you're definitely gonna crap when you see the fact that I've got this thing going with 3 perspectives.
Wow, that's
trash,
really
man.
that's
Playing
really cool.
Zombie U?
Yeah,
Wow.
he's playing Zombie U and he's freaking out.
That game's trash.
Hey,
Are you being facetious? Please tell me you're being facetious.
I'm just kidding. I have Zombie U. I love it.
that game was fun, bro. Look, I'm gonna be honest with
It
you.
has flaws. Oh,
It,
definitely.
it has flaws. It didn't have the most spectacular production values and whatever. Because remember that glitch where you could make infinite ammo?
Mm.
Okay, so yeah, they fixed it. But I'm just saying though, there's tons.
My biggest problem is melee weapons. It just wasn't.
They needed a bunch
They
of
needed
them.
a couple more.
I needed I needed a 9-iron. That's what I wanted. A 9-iron.
was-
4. Boom.
It was Shaun of the Dead. That's what that whole the whole melee weapon thing was. Whole Shaun of the Dead thing,
Yeah,
which
it was Shaun of the
kind
Dead
of
for sure.
funny, but in a situation where you're surrounded, ain't funny.
No.
Dude, we needed golf clubs. We needed spike baseball bats.
I just
with
wanted a
nails in
bat
them.
or a
Look.
hammer once in a while. That's
Look, I'm just going to say this. Ubisoft, I'm going to give you a freebie here. All right. Y'all make a Zombie U2, okay? And you hire the guy that made the mod for Arma 2 called DayZ.
Oh!
Yes.
Hire him to do a completely online multiplayer Zombie U2 set up to where you can have your own little teams, your own little groups to go out and raid other groups, kill zombies, cause mayhem, all the while trying to save your own ass.
If they could make a
God, that will be awesome.
If they
they
make
owe us that, man. They especially after what's that game called? Red Steel. They owe us a Zombie U too. After getting us to buy that Red Steel.
well, they gave us Red Steel too, so
That's true. Exactly. They gave us Red Steel too.
Hey, Red Steel
10 times
2
better
was a
than one.
great game.
that's
He's
what I
awesome.
just said. They gave us Red Steel
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
And it's
what
10
I'm saying.
times better than Red Steel.
Red Steel, on the other hand, God.
Yeah,
And
let's
don't
not
get me
talk about
wrong,
Red Steel.
Zombie U is a spectacular game. I don't care what the haters say.
Yeah.
I love it though.
They were smoking that good shit when they reviewed the game, okay?
I will
Because
tell you what was wrong with Zombie U. When people reviewed that game, they were expecting a unlimited ammo fun and gun. They weren't expecting Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2.
Oh
Exactly.
Lord.
They were
That was the main
expecting
problem.
a fun and gun where I get to pick up like 2 shotguns and go double bursting through everybody. No, you wasn't doing that. You had to
Right.
conserve your ammo. You had to use it at the right time.
Exactly.
Dude.
Yes.
That's what their problem was. Because anybody that actually played the game will tell you it's like Resident Evil 1 and 2. If you don't like those type of games, then you shouldn't get it in the first place.
Right. You
Dude,
shouldn't touch it.
you know what? They should make a mode for
They thought it
them.
was gonna be Left 4 Dead or something. It didn't
Yeah.
like that.
They need to make a mode for them called Ass Hurt Mode.
Basically, yeah. That's why. Yeah. But that's why the haters hated on that game. Because when I played it, I'm like, this ain't nothing what they said. Like, this is basically Resident Evil 1 and 2, where you have to be smart.
And that's what I was expecting.
Yes.
I don't know what they were expecting, but
Yeah, I don't know what they were expecting because
video
nobody
was-
promised them that.
The
They went
interviews
full
I saw-
retard.
Guys, I have another thing I want to talk about. One more thing that I wanted to bring up. There's a game called Project Cars that's supposed to be coming out.
Oh, yeah,
that
I heard
looked
about that,
good.
yes.
Nobody's ever
Yeah,
talked about Project Cars.
oh, you mean the Forza the Forza Drive Club killer?
Yes, sir. the Forza Drive Club clearly.
I've been
yes.
following that game.
They showed some footage of like actual real life driving, and then they showed the one that they made with the graphical details and everything, and it looks so beautiful.
It's a pretty game.
Yeah. Wow.
And that they said that mess on Wii U looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said it looks really good on Wii U.
I'm dying to see it. I'm
Of
dying
course
to see it.
it looks on Wii U. If you're not some flaming fat, flaming fag boy that's working on a Wii U game, purposely sabotaging it, of course it'll look good on Wii U.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
Or unless you're an
Some
engineer from EA.
EA. Wow.
It's in the game.
Started. I can't even say it's in the game. There's nothing in the games anymore. Wow.
Hey, I saw a little avatar, some little avatar, something poking fun of it. Said EA, it's in the game that you bought last year. I was dying. That was great.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give EA some credit here. At least when they hate, they let you know who said it.
Oh, that's
When they
basically
hate,
true.
they'll straight up say, "Yo, whoever senior developer said such and such." It ain't like everybody else. Well, we don't know who said this, but he said.
Right, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. You know what, EA, I give you props for that, because at least you hating, and we know who you are, and we know you don't like it. So cool. I'm fine with that. I can respect that. But even though you're wrong, I can respect that.
Exactly. You ain't hiding from it. You telling the truth.
Yeah, that whole back and forth. Oh, I did want to bring something up. Okay, indie developers. All right, if EA, Activision, Ubisoft, if they supposedly have the better talent or whatever, the best talent, how is it that indie developers can come in and say, "Oh, this is fun to work with. We're having fun. We figured out, how to make a game work on this system," and they can't.
Yeah.
I've never understood that.
Look what Shenanigans doing. I mean.
Yeah, I'm like, you have a indie developer that doesn't have the manpower that you have, putting out a better quality game than you ever could. That makes no sense.
On a note, I want to tell you. You remember that game I linked, the Universal Warfront? It's only made by one person.
That is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, the one dude.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if one person can get that quality and release it on that, I mean, what your entire team is doing, not making a port for the Wii U.
And that poor guy, I'm sure he's halfway in the grave, because that's a lot of work.
Yeah, but see my point though. You have EA, you got whole entire teams that you can actually put on something, and you mean to tell me that an indie developer who has maybe 1, 2, maybe 5, 10 people tops can put out a better game than you can?
That's sad.
Let's not knock EA totally. They are being really kick-ass about Mantle on PC, okay?
EA's got some good games.
I mean, they got some good games, but my thing is, and it's not just like a rant at EA, but at all of them.
It's their politicking.
Yeah.
Look, we can all agree. We all, at the same time we're giving EA a hug, we got a knife to their back, because they, just like they do to us, sometimes they treat us right, sometimes they treat us like crap, but when they treat us right, we're their friend. When they treat us like crap, we hate them.
But you know why we got the knife towards the back? Because they talk out their ass.
Oh, I know. But what I'm trying to say is everybody has a love-hate relationship with EA. EA can be a very kick-ass company. At the same time, they can be very stupid.
Oh yeah. No one denies that. I mean, they have a studio like DICE and like BioWare, and they are not really making they're really not.
Look, you don't count, even though DICE is owned by EA, I count DICE as a separate entity. I count Crytek as a separate entity, and I count BioWare.
Yeah.
I count BioWare as a separate entity. At least those 3 developers do it right, where EA just, has their proverbial, Angry Bird up their ass.
Yeah, but on a note, Crytek already is out of EA.
Oh yeah, that is right. That was what, earlier this year?
Wow, that's gonna be interesting.
Really?
Crytek's not part of EA no more?
Well, yeah.
That would explain why the Cry engine was used over there on Wonderful 101.
Yeah. I remember hearing that, but I thought it was like
when
earlier.
When did this happen? Hell, when I start up Crysis 3, I get an EA emblem first thing.
Oh, you're gonna get that.
That was the last game they will release for EA. After that, they're going to the free-to-play model, and in some ways working with the Xbox with Rise.
So Rise won't be EA game?
Nope. It's Crytek. It's Crytek and Microsoft publishing.
You're making me cry. You just said the most terrible thing about Crytek.
Yeah, I know.
They're going free to play. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Yep.
But they ain't making no money, man.
If I could get Adobe After Effects to run real time right now, you would see my head literally explode like a nuclear explosion.
I'm sorry to bring the news, but you haven't heard of the GFace project they have?
You know what? I think you're talking about that free-to-play shooter thing, right?
Yeah, that's the new
I
project
thought that
they're
was just a
working.
side venture. I didn't realize that Crytek went plumb, smoked themselves stupid.
Nope.
Oh.
Cause they're working on Rise Son of Rome and Homefront too.
Well, it's a project they're working on, but they also said they will be work on A and AAA projects still. But their main project is to get that GFace free-to-play platform up. But they will work on AAA games. Yeah, they have.
Crytek, I will only buy games that I can actually pay for with money and hold in my fucking hand.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's the word that had to be used to make a point. This free-to-play... Come on!
That's not true. That's not true. Mr. T don't cuss.
Yeah, heck you don't. You say kiss your plastic black ass.
That's not true. Dude, ass is in the Bible.
Thank you.
It's talking about a donkey, not a plastic doll ass.
It's not a cuss word.
Anywho.
No, seriously.
Let's just try. I know, but still, come on, dude.
I won't cuss no more. Seriously. Who in their right mind wants... I mean, it seems like these companies just don't understand that the majority of gamers don't want the free-to-play model. It never works out good for us. It's always dumbed down, less graphics, less options. You're already shoving DLC down our throats, publishers. Now you want to just go free-to-play? You know what? The day the free-to-play and that's all there is the day I just quit gaming in the new age. I'll just play all the games I have previously, be a retro gamer only, and I will tell them no on free-to-play. And I hope Nintendo never goes that direction. If Nintendo stays true to themselves and never goes free-to-play, and everything else goes free-to-play, Nintendo will be the best company in the world. They'll be the only gaming company in the world.
I kind of agree there as far as the free-to-play thing, because it's really getting on my last nerve.
But there are some companies like Valve that have done the free-to-play model well with Team Fortress 2 or Dota 2, where the payment is just for aesthetics. That's where the free-to-play model is good. But as you say,
Dota
there's
2's
a lot
not
of...
free-to-play. You got to pay to even get into the game.
No, the Dota 2 and Team Fortress 2 is free-to-play.
Yeah, so Star Trek Online now, and so is let me see, the Old Republic, and this
Star Wars.
Think about it, Quan. Do you think Crysis, if they was to go free to play on Crysis 4, do you think it would be half as good as what Crysis 3 is?
No, but they'd make money off of it.
Donations.
Unfortunately, that's true.
That's the unfortunate side of things, because look what happened over there with Dead Space 3. I'm not buying no guns. Bump that. Story DLC, yes. Buying guns, no.
Nope.
I'll talk about that in my next one.
Did you just cuss?
No.
He said the F word.
No.
What did you say? Something that. What did you say?
I said no way in hell.
No.
And
jump on me for saying the F word, huh?
And scene.
Well,
hey, we all slip. Hey, what can I say? But you know what? At least I don't go blatant with it.
Well, if they apply a model like Valve with Team Fortress 2 or the Dota 2, then I will probably give it a chance. But if it's a retarded free-to-play model, I will not give it a chance, of course. Like, there are a lot of retarded free-to-play games, and I know what you're saying, GNT Tech.
I'll just put it like this. If they want to go free-to-play, then they better not skip on the quality. Because, like, this game here is one of my most favorite games to play. It is an awesome, beautiful game. If they go free-to-play for Crysis 4, it better look 2 times better than what this looks. Because if it don't, I ain't getting it. I'm being honest.
It will.
You a graphics hoe.
As long as it helps your computer, right?
I
GNTech?
play a Wii U too, T. I'm just, that's why I built a $3,000 computer, because I am a graphics whore. I admit it openly and freely.
No.
But you know what?
No,
I could
he a
still
graphic
play
hoe.
with a Wii U.
He a graphic hoe.
You're the graphics hoe. You're a graphics hoe.
Hey,
I understand where you're
imagine
coming
if
from, though, Nate. Nate,
I
I understand where
wonder-
you're coming from.
I wonder if
My name's
if-
Mr. T. I'm just joking around.
Oh, I know you're joking, T. I'm just, people think, sometimes people act like it's a bad thing, to love pretty graphics. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's not. But it's also, it's only a bad thing if that's all you care about. And it's
Yeah.
not
we
all
we
I
all
care
like
about.
Really
pretty
bad.
graphics. Nobody likes ugly graphics. I mean, that's just dumb. But I don't like people that's all they care about is the graphics. Or that's the main thing they worried about.
I worry when they only have pretty graphics, but the gameplay sucks.
it's
That's
trash.
that's where the bad things happen to a game.
It's always about the gameplay, but some people don't know that.
Yeah, the gameplay is the most important aspect of the game.
Well, like I said, we'll give it time. And like I said, we're beating them like a dead horse with these people. Maybe they'll finally get the point. But you know what? I guess we're going to have to wrap it up here. This has been long enough with the podcast. What do you guys think?
Wrap it up.
Wrap it
All
up.
right. So let's do this thing, do our sign-offs and all that, and bid everybody adieu. So, guys, it's been real for those who have been with us at the podcast, and we're going to sit up here and say goodbye in no particular order. Let's start off with Ms. T.
All right, fools. Once again, it was a lot of fun. Great podcast. Go ahead and check out my latest video if you haven't already. But make sure you bring a towel because there's a lot of insecure vagina juice all over the place. And all up in the comment section.
Oh my god.
Just bring a clean towel, that's all. Enjoy the video. The
And
follow-up is...
He
I
got
had to
that
follow up
Miss
sometime.
Virginia.
I'm gonna have to follow up either sometime tonight or tomorrow. And once again, I had a lot of fun. See you guys next time.
No, Mr. T, what you need to say is before you enter my channel, look to your left or right. There'll either be Kotex or pads.
There you go. Okay, and don't forget the FDS.
Oh, man.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Let's be nice.
Of course.
Okay, now next we're going to sit up here and go with Game Rosa.
All right, guys. Well, it's been fun, and hopefully be here more podcasts soon. And as I say, to all the gamers out there, game till the end.
There you go. There you go. Up next, we're going to have Gamer Nate 78, a.k.a. GN Tech TV, a.k.a. Children of Net, a.k.a. Yes, look at my pretty Angry Bird. She's so pretty.
Oh my god.
I abused him so much at the beginning. I need
That
to treat
poor,
him right.
that poor
Only
angry.
thing missing for you to do is imply that it happens to be a certain subset of gamers and to say bang bang aha.
Hey guys, this is Gamer Nate from GN Tech TV, your #1 spot for reviews, unboxings, and great gameplay videos, which, by the way, it is now live on my channel, Zombie U Panic Run, Episode 1, fast-paced survival mode, moving as fast as you can till you die. I hope you guys enjoy the setup. It took a little bit to get everything working right as far as editing, but it's #1 grade A quality. Check it out, and I will see y'all next weekend.
Alrighty, up next in the proper order, we have our boy Mr. Butterworth.
Yep, Jamie Butterworth signing out here. As usual, plugging my book, Superpowered. Available on Kindle. Everything else sucks. What the hell are you doing,
What
Nate?
the hell?
He's violating that bird.
That poor Angry Bird. I wonder if Penta is already going to his house.
I'm sorry, it wouldn't be a podcast if he wasn't interrupting my sign-off.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
Jamie. I'm
so
sorry.
Rude, so rude.
Continue, Mr. Butterworth.
Only one last thing to add is this past week I was on another podcast called Unqualified, a video game podcast. They're now on YouTube. Go check them out.
Oh, okay, cool. Definitely give him a little
Alright.
seat. Up next, we got our boy Jay. What's up, Jay? What do you say?
Hey everybody, we had another good one tonight. Looking forward to the next one. Y'all be easy out there. Have fun. Keep subscribing. Keep liking videos.
Look at the bird.
That bird will be the mascot of this podcast.
It should.
I'm not gonna pay nobody no money to have that bird on here.
For the angry bird.
Oh my god. Now Peter is going to get us.
Okay.
Oh god.
Alright, all that violence. All this violence in here.
Fools. Hey, fools. Be sure to check out the Mr. T show.
Oh wow. Okay, that's too funny.
Mr. T, would you like me to send this to you in the mail so you could have another addition to your show?
Please don't.
I was expecting a yes, but it's just like, please don't.
Alright. Up next we're gonna have Kaiser give his
Alright. After all this, okay. Good night, guys. Here, Kaiser. Kaiser retiring for now. Waiting for the next podcast to again talk about games with all these great people. And remember, it's all about the game, about having fun and enjoying a game.
Alrighty, there we go. And then, of course, we have me. Mr. QMC, Quan Manchu, you know me, sitting up here chilling like a villain and taking it easy. And hoping to see you guys next, well, not next week, because we're going to have next week off, guys. You heard me? Next week we're having off. The week after next, rather. The week after next is when we're going to have our next podcast. And, yeah, hopefully we'll have some nice new information coming out down the line, newsworthy for you guys to sit up here and enjoy. And you know me, as I always say, whatever's clever, and we're out.
Peace.
Are we really